Yeah, well, that may be where the game starts for BetOnline, but where the game ended for the Hawks in Gotham last night was when Dejounte Murray went down. When he was at,
Woo, woo.
yeah, he was in position. You know, you're excited, you're encouraged, even though the Knicks sprinted out to a sizable lead early. No
Yeah.
worries. You got Dejounte Murray, you got Trae Young, you're good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wrong. You don't have DJ because DJ goes down with an ankle injury in that first quarter, and then in the second quarter, it's confirmed that he is not coming back in the game. And of course, we know what happened, the 113-89 blowout of the Hawks, because not only did they not have their arguably their best two-way player on the court, but you also have your two sharpshooters in Trae Young and Bogdan Bogdanovic going 0 for 14 combined. And miraculously, the
Yeah.
Knicks, who are pretty much bad in every category, were shooting the lights out of the three last night. But
One of the worst team in the league, by the way, shooting the
exactly,
three.
like they're in the bottom, yes, they're literally in the bottom five in three pointers made.
Right.
So you look at that and it was still an anomaly, right? But you also look at it and say, wow, did you feel like, Jarvis, when you saw DJ go out, knowing that you already have two starters down, did you feel like, man, if DJ's not there, no dub for us tonight?
Absolutely. I
And
I
I've got a
I I looked
follow up
at
to that too, but go on with the part one. I got something
so
else for you.
so I looked at that. I looked at it from a standpoint of just given the situation, right? All
Yeah.
the drama, all the stuff, all the crap that's been going on,
Yes.
and Trey has been struggling. This is one of his worst shooting performances of his career.
Mm-hmm.
Since he came into the NBA, he's
Yeah.
shooting under 30% from three, which is not good from a guard standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
And and what DeJounte brings to this team, not only can he affect the game offensively, we know
Yeah.
what he can do handling the rock and distributing, but what he brings to the table on the defensive side. And we've
Yes.
seen him take over games, lead the
Mm-hmm.
charge defensively to take over games and get the dub. Man, when I saw him go out, given
Mm-hmm.
all those factors, I was just like, I said to myself, I was like, they ain't got no shot to win this game at
Right.
all.
Right. I was surprised that they actually battled back at all to within 1 point. And that was really because in that second quarter, they kind of went to a zone defense. So they were
Yep.
able to slow the Knicks down. And
Yep.
then, of course, Onyeka Okongwu subs in, and he scores most of the points in that second quarter for the Hawks. But again, like you said, in that third quarter, Jalen Brunson and really just their backcourt. And of course, Julius Randle was just strong the whole game, but then their
Yes.
backcourt started to really come alive. And that's when you say, oh my God, we don't have the two-way backcourt that we need to be able to stave off this barrage. We just don't have it. And so, yeah, I literally, when he went out, I said the same thing. I was like, oh dear God, we're going to lose this game tonight. Oh God, we're going
Yep.
to have an 0-2 road trip because, of course, they're with the Nets tomorrow night. But I'll ask you a part two on that question as well. Real talk, because I do think that you would give an honest answer here.
Mm-hmm.
When Trey was out of the game last week, but Dejounte was in, did you automatically feel like this was Friday? Did you automatically feel like the Hawks were going to lose that game?
No, because here's why. Because I know that and the main reason why is because Dejounte can affect the game in multiple ways. You said
Yes.
two-way player. You with an emphasis on there. A two-way player, a guy that I know that if his offensive game is struggling, guess how he
Mm-hmm.
gonna try? What he's gonna do? He's gonna adjust his game, and not
Yes.
defensively, but offensively.
Yep.
He's gonna say, you know what? My outside shot ain't hitting. I'm about to hit this
Mm-hmm.
mid range. If my mid
Yep.
range ain't hitting, I'm about to get to the basket and do what I
Yep.
do and make it do what it do, baby. We're gonna run this pick and
Mm-hmm.
roll. We're gonna do
Yep.
everything I possibly can to get going and get into some type of
Mm-hmm.
rhythm. And then if I start
Yep.
feeling it, then I start taking those 3-point shots. But
Yep.
I think that that's one of the reasons why I wasn't too concerned when Trey was out or did not show up. Did not show up at the
Mm-hmm.
game. Let me go ahead and make
Yeah.
sure I'm clear on that. Um, and I think that when you have a guy like Trey, it seems like he's want to continue shooting. And I know we've said this, and this is the best, the longest term saying that everybody uses when it comes to basketball. Keep shooting. Tell them keep shooting.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you more than a shooter, which Trae Young is, he's more than a shooter. He needs to doggone figure out how to get to the basket, get to the free throw line because he gets the benefit of the doubt with the referees. So
Yeah.
go ahead and do that. And Bogdanovich too. I know
Yeah.
he's just coming off an injury, but good Lord, man. If you got if hit everything he threw up last night, I was just like, oh, that's not going in. That's not going in. I'm just like, dude, if I'm sitting here saying that and feeling that, I get the whole shoot your way out of it, the slump stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
take it to the rack.
Yeah.
Bo got a nice little mid-range game. He got a little handle.
Yeah.
He can do a little thing. He ran the backup point guard last year
Mm-hmm.
in a pinch. So I think all of those things come into play when you start thinking about like, okay, when certain guys go out, what's going to happen? Who's going to step up? And I think that one more interesting thing that I thought was last night that Trae Young said when he talking about Dejounte going out, he's talking about we got to step up or is next man up. No, you the man.
Right.
Like ain't no next man up. You're the man. This ain't football. This is basketball. Like you're the man. You need to step up. It can't be everybody all sad that Dejounte is out. Dejounte just got here.
Right.
Trae, you the man.
Yeah.
You step up. Okay, I have to step up. I have to pick my game up. I have to step it up when Dejounte goes out. No. We got to step it up and next man up. You ain't no doggone six man.
Right.
You the man.
Yeah.
Step up.
Yeah.
Sorry,
and
T.
if you think, no, that's why I asked you that question. That's why I said, let me pose it a different way.
Right.
Because I feel the same way. I feel like, okay, you're stating next man up. What next man? I mean, that's your third starter who's down. So
you're the man.
Right. They're just two men at this point. You and Clint. That's it. The bookend.
Yeah.
And really and truly, it's you. Because Clint's going to do Clint things. CC did his job last night. So
Double,
you got to do yours because AJ Griffin is still a rookie. And Jalen Johnson is still finding his way. So, and the kind of the carousel at the two, I mean, you really don't know who to put in on any given night. That's why I'm just going to call that a carousel. So there has to be continuity and consistency at the one. There absolutely has to be consistency. And you do have to play lights out. You do. Yeah. Even if they lose to the Nets tomorrow night, Jarvis, he has to play lights out because he has to get back in. We know he's not a vocal leader on the sidelines or in the locker room. Well, then your voice better show up on that court because that is the only way that you're going to be able to right the ship. It's going to have to be by example. Now, this is continuing to be a hot topic, Trae Young and what's going on in that locker room, which is kind of the saga that continues as far as the Hawks go. But that Desmond Ritter moving into that quarterback starting position has been something for the world to see here in sports film. So those stories and the reaction to it on Locked On Sports Today. So, of course, you love to hear our local perspective, but you can get a national perspective there as well on their show because they hit all the biggest stories and they hit all of the hottest topics. Now, they also have their version of For the Culture, right? So it's Take of the Day. So check that out. I'd be so excited to see what they had to say about the fact that this is the sixth rookie quarterback who's getting a start in 2022 and that we have now gone through the NFC South and every single team has rotated out of the starter that they had in week 1. So if you want takes like that, check them out through the Odyssey app, YouTube, or wherever you download your podcasts, just like you check out ATL Day Ones. And another thought that I had, Jarvis, as we wrap up our combo on the Hawks, but you guys know there are layers to this, so it'll be continuing, if you will. But my other thought was this. With all due respect, last year when this team was imploding, we all had to say pump the brakes because there were so many injuries that Nate deserved a pass. This year, I feel like between having almost overturning your entire roster, in addition to having Bogdanovich out, now he comes only for you to lose JC, DeAndre, and DJ for however long that's going to be.
Right.
Don't you think we need to stop hearing this hashtag Fire Nate conversation?
Yeah. First of all, they take away the injuries. I don't think that, just from a basketball standpoint, I don't think that Nate should be fired. I think that the players should play better, right? Because like I said, if Trae is shooting 3% better from three, I don't even think we having this conversation. So because I think that just given how things are going and given the additions that were brought in, I think Dejounte Murray was a good pickup. I think that Travis Schlenk and Landry Fields made the right decision by bringing him into the fold.
Oh, absolutely.
So I think so. The whole Fire Nate conversation from a basketball standpoint, I think the answer to that question is no.
Yeah.
also given all these injuries and what he's dealing with, and Trae still struggling, I
Mm-hmm.
think that of course he should get a pass. And I don't
Yeah.
even think we should even be having this conversation, to be honest
Same.
with you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how I feel about Nate as
Yeah.
a coach.
Same. And I would
Go ahead.
agree. Yeah, I
Yeah.
absolutely would agree. And I just think to put a caveat on where you and I stand in favor of and in support of Coach Nate McMillan is just to say now everybody needs to fall back because this man has literally three starters down and low key, just to give Trae a little bit of cachet, that shoulder is still a little bit of a nag, right? So you got to go
Right.
with that. But if all of this has stressed you out, or if it made you happy that Desmond Ritter is now the QB, why don't you go celebrate by going to built.com?
Right.
Or if you're stressed out, go get something from built.com to help you out with that too, because they've got 100% chocolate when it comes to their puffs, and they're really good for stocking stuffers. We are getting so close to Christmas. Don't you want to go ahead and get some cool stocking
Right
stuffers?
around the
If you
corner.
do, check out built.com because you can get 15% off on your first order by using the locked on 15 code. And don't forget, it's a healthy snack. So people will enjoy it because it's just a really good look and it tastes good, but also
Absolutely.
160 grams, not bad for calories, and then 15 grams of protein. It's a good look. Built.com, locked on 15 is your code on your first order. Go check that out.